Are we live? Double live? Double live streaming. We are not done. We are not done. Apparently the chat is because there's nobody here. But we just finished hey, what's up everyone? Hey, hey! Oh, there you are. Awkward. We just finished our Tales of the Jedi stream. And unfortunately Paul couldn't make it in time, but now he's back home. And I guess he kind of likes us and wants to hang out for a bit. So we thought we'd hop back on and catch up with ourselves and the chat if you're here or if you're watching the replay. What's up, Plasty?
I don't
Sam
suppose you
Rock?
posted anything.
I didn't have time. I was
What?
chugging Buckley's. But hey, Paul, thanks for coming to hang out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just Yoko over the Discord said we were so efficient without you and Ernie, and I thought, wow, I guess they were, because I got home and I thought, well, surely they must be just finishing off the first episode because it's only 3.5 hours since they're supposed to start, right? And it was only a half-hour episode,
Yeah.
17-minute episodes, right? So you're like, yeah, for sure they must be on the second. I thought I'd be able to catch up and jump on for the last couple at least, but you guys were very efficient. And,
Given how long we talked about that,
sight is our most important.
how long we talked about that Kenobi teaser
trailer, right? The teaser.
Extrapolate that time over, you know, however many episodes this was. You definitely weren't wrong in thinking we'd still be on, but you know, we definitely missed yours and Ernie's input. You know, well, what's been going on? Yeah, well, one of you. What's been going on? You get more new toys since the last week of Andor.
Oh my god, yeah, it's so sad. So it's bad. It's been bad. It's good but bad. You know, it's just like we're unpacking and then more boxes are coming in. And I'm like, these are pre-orders from like years ago, baby. Right. So I think what came in, a couple of Hot Toys came in. And then I think I got from Hasbro, the Hoth Rebel Trooper set came in, and then some eBay purchases because Eagle Moss went under. And Eagle Moss, for those of you who don't know, they do a line of ships. So they've got the Star Trek franchise. They also have Battlestar Galactica. And so I've been collecting all the BSG stuff. And it's from the 2004 edition and the 1970s version. And I've almost got it complete. But then when Eagle Moss went under, I was like, oh no, I won't be able to get these. So I've been scrambling around trying to collect the last few before they skyrocket in price. So I bought a lot of 3 of them. So they came in from the UK. So it was like the Land Ram, the Astral Queen, and the space, the classic Galactic Shuttle. So I got those in, and some other things too. That
I feel like that's your answer every week. You're like, oh boy, did I ever? It's bad. Every week, it's that response.
Shut up, Kevin. Yeah.
If people are trying to discern which episode was which based on that, they're like, oh, I've already heard this because he said that last week. No, this is new. Right. Yes. What's up, everyone who's coming back? Mario's like, wait, back on? Yeah, we're back just to, I guess, an after show. You know, to hear Paul's thoughts on Tales of the Jedi because Yoko and I just wrapped up. But Paul, what did you do you want the pictures? You want to go through the episodes, or are there specific things that you wanted to point out for the series?
It's so funny because watching them, they're so short, which I love, right? Like they're like 17 minutes long. And the overall, I was really surprised at some of the story arcs, some of the stories, especially with Dooku, right. More so than, the Ahsoka stuff was like with her training, really sort of got me emotionally too, right? Because like when you go, oh my God, that's Jesse, and like how it ties into how the Clone Wars ended, right? The final season of Clone Wars, like that really got me. how it's like the whole like the stories from Tales of the Jedi actually sort of like they trained her to survive Order 66 type thing. So it was just like the really, really great sort of weaving in of a backstory to a story that was already emotionally very, very moving anyways. And then with Dooku as well, just seeing how you could understand why he wanted to leave the Jedi Order. And like he became more sympathetic is basically what I'm trying to say. He's not like some cold-hearted, like, oh, he's just evil. He saw something that he saw lacking in the Jedi Council, and he was kind of seduced to the dark side. And how he doubles down, and how they explain Yaddle's disappearance and whatnot. So I mean, I think emotionally, I was really surprised at how much these short 6 episodes really got to me. And it was, they're fun stories. They're really, again, I think Filoni and company, they're great at propping up existing story arcs and just making them more and more rich by adding these stories sort of retroactively to them. So again, and seeing a young Qui-Gon who is voiced by Liam Neeson's son, and then Liam Neeson himself playing, voicing his own character was great.
Yeah, you mentioned the training of Ahsoka. Yoko pointed out on the stream that is it irony that Anakin was the one that trained her for that, to give her the skill to survive later on, right?
I went with poetic.
Poetic is good. Maybe, it was suggested, did he have a Force vision that he was like, oh, something's going to happen to her in the future that we should all 40 of us.
Yeah, Paul, I think he had something in his mind, like that he had to make sure Ahsoka was prepared for this. Mm-hmm. Like I think maybe he didn't know exactly, what it was or why he felt that way, but I feel like he just had this feeling that he had to make sure she would be okay.
Yeah.
Paul,
did
we get a sense, or did you get a sense from the prequels that like what the drive was for Dooku, who we know from that he was a former Jedi, but now he's seen as a bad guy? Was there a real backstory there, or any kind of hint? I know there wasn't a full fleshed out.
And the timeline of his
family. I mean, when you're sort of introduced to him in episode 2, and he's got Obi-Wan on Geonosis, and he's in that field where he's being suspended. He's very cordial to him, and almost like this is when you learn some backstory that Qui-Gon was his apprentice, that he'd been very much looking forward to meeting Obi-Wan, and you got the sense that he was like very disarming. He wasn't this mustache twirling like, oh, I'm a Sith and we're going to take everything over and we're so evil. Yes. He was very much like, this is all a big misunderstanding. And once I explain things to you, and I love that recurring theme because it's that whole idea that, Qui-Gon and Filoni talks about it himself, where Qui-Gon's a different kind of Jedi. He's got a different perspective. That's why he's not on the council. He's very much like Dooku in that sense, where he sees some of the failings of the council. And, I like how they just run with that theme, and how like they've become so detached and so almost political, whereas Qui-Gon, he still believes, like he still has feelings, like he's got attachments, those emotional attachments. He doesn't see them as a weakness or something that should be avoided. The Jedi are supposed to care. So I really love that whole idea, and how that theme really was kind of, in a sense, divisive, but led to the downfall of the Jedi Council and the Order itself, really. It's that whole, when you try to remove yourself, you look at what happens. I mean, Anakin was taught to deny all these things, and he gets seduced to the dark side, right? Like, had he not had to, if he was allowed to express his emotions and his feelings and have these attachments, I don't think he would have fallen to the dark side, and I think he would have been one of the most powerful Jedi in the history of the Jedi Order, right? So I really love that they're exploring that a little bit more and more, and it's not as black and white. That's with Andor, we're seeing the exploration of these themes where they're not so so absolute anymore, right? It's kind of like Star Wars is growing up a little bit, and I dig that. I dig the direction that goes in. It's going in.
Yeah, I think Yoko had the realization that when we were watching the episode of him, Dooku fighting Yaddle, that's happening right at the end of episode 1, or in the middle of episode 1 when Qui-Gon dies. So from episode 1 to 2, it's another 10 years, and then it's in that 10-year span where he kind of builds on becoming a separatist leader. Because even when they mentioned Dooku to, I think, Yoda and Mace Windu in episode 2, they're like, "Oh, he was a member of the Jedi Order. He would never do these kind of things," right? So it's still very fresh to them that, one of them could turn and do these kind of things. And again, of course, also re-illustrating how ignorant or just blind the Jedi Order was of everything happening around them.
Yeah. Well, there's a certain sense of arrogance to the council, and that directly led to the downfall. Like, we know best. It's fine. Oh no, he would never do this. In the meantime, this was a Jedi council that let the Sith grow and really sort of infiltrate the Republic and bring it down, right? Like, so blind were they to all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, I really like, the episode like that. At first, it's the second episode of Tales of the Jedi when they get sent to, sorry, highly articulated. You're shit out of luck. This is just, we dropped the ball again, maybe on this one, but yeah, we're talking about it. But in fairness, Tales of the Jedi has been out now for a couple of months.
This is a spoiler of our first stream, which is a spoiler of Tales of the Jedi.
So, but getting back to it, like, I love how they layer in, like, this is the planting the seeds of the dissatisfaction that Dooku's feeling. Like, he's feeling very unsettled. And it's like, there's something wrong here. There's something that we should be doing that we're not doing. And, it's interesting how later on, when they're investigating, we're supposed to bring back the remains of the one Jedi Master who was ambushed and killed, that he goes further than they expected to. Like, Mace Windu is all like, no, just do what the council says, no more, no less. And Dooku's like, well, there's more to this here. We can't just leave it, right? And so I really like that. It's very, dare I say, masterful storytelling. Like, I do like that progression there. And then when you see him in other episodes when time has passed, like when he goes into the Jedi archives and he's the one that deletes, Camino from first he uses Master Sifo-Dyas's codes to get in there, and then he deletes his
pin.
Yeah, he uses his pin up, right? So it's like, So, and then you find out he's the one who bumped off Sifo-Dyas. He's the one who bumps off Yaddle. You're like, oh my God, like, how deep does this run, right? It's like, well, pretty deep, it seems. So
murder, but
murder, but I mean, and the thing with Yaddle was like heartbreaking too, because she was like, I quit the council. You're right. We need to do this. It's not too late to fall back. And it's echoes of Return of the Jedi, where Luke is saying, like, it's not too late, Father. You can come back, right? And it's just like, in this case, she gets bumped off, right? Like, he kills her.
That was very sad.
And I remember it's too, like, the whole, like, them answering that question of, well, where did Yaddle go? Because the joke was, like, Yaddle disappears and suddenly Baby Yoda appears. It's like, oh, Yoda got busy, right? And then
she was on maternity leave,
right? Like,
from the Jedi Council.
One of those things.
They definitely, I was saying that they definitely got it on. There's only 2 other of those aliens, and then a baby shows up.
Right?
They did it. Do it. They did. Just I love the 2 setup episodes for Dooku, right? Encountering these senators who are so corrupt, and he sees the flaws of the Senate, and then he's part of this order that's just blindly following them. So it's just setting it up.
And that's the thing, like, he's not wrong, right? And that's what I mean. Like, he's sympathetic to a certain point, and then it's like, then he murders Yaddle, right? Like he still kills her. And it's like, she gave you could have, oh my God, right? So it shows like he was seduced by the dark side. And he felt he couldn't go back. He was already so committed in that one direction. He just kept going. Yeah, exactly, right? So he's like, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do this, right? let's get nasty.
Yeah, he is definitely, he says to that guy that who they captured, who was part of killing he's like, I agree with you, but I don't agree with your methods.
Yeah.
So he sees like the problem. The guy who was fighting for his planet because their representative was selling off parts of the planet.
Yeah.
To, he's far away on Coruscant. He doesn't care. So he's empathetic. Yeah, I guess. I always mix those two up. Sympathetic. One or the other. Yoko, now that Paul's back, you didn't have to talk as much, but we need you to jump back into the mix. Oh, okay. There you go. There's a lot of book talk when you were gone about a book called that Yoko wrote.
Not called Dooku
Rising. No, I was asking like do we get more backstory for Dooku in books? And she's like, yeah, there's a book called Dooku Rising. Like that doesn't sound right at all.
And
Sounds
it was
awful.
not right at all.
Sounds dirty.
It was Dooku Jedi Lost.
Yes.
Which makes a lot more sense.
Like Son of Jaws or Son of Alien.
Yeah.
That's a great name. Hey, what's up, Carl? Carl says, I don't feel so bad for missing the earlier stream because we're live now. You should, Carl.
But Dooku was Yoda's apprentice, right? Like,
I believe so.
Yeah, Dooku was Yoda's Padawan.
Yeah.
And because that's at the end of episode 2 when Yoda comes into that cave.
Oh, and he calls him master. Yeah.
Yeah, and he calls him the apprentice. So it's really cool, that sort of lineage, right? So from Yoda, Dooku trained Qui-Gon, right? Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So that's really neat, that sort of link. And the amount of what I love too, and I was really sort of surprised, is how affected Dooku was when Qui-Gon was killed.
Yeah.
Right, like that was really. I found that I don't know why I found that surprising, but it's like, yeah, he was his Padawan.
I don't
he
think
cared for him.
I don't think him killing Yaddle is what pushed him over. Then it's probably the
death
of Qui-Gon.
It was Qui-Gon's death.
Easier for him. Yeah, made it easier for him to be like, all right, Yaddle, I'm done with this. Like, because he goes, and that's when he says to Palpatine, "You've gone too far."
Yeah,
right. He lost his Padawan. And and it was really. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, and by that point too, I think he'd already left the Order. Right, like he was there, but I think he'd left the Order by that point, if the timeline is correct.
Wasn't he staring at a tree or something?
Yeah, he was staring at a tree. And so, but that's the thing. I got the sense that he'd left the Order, but he came back to the temple or to the Jedi temple on Coruscant to
for Qui-Gon.
For Qui-Gon. But he'd been gone for a bit. Like, I think it's when Mace Windu got promoted to the council, and Dooku was like, "Did you know about this before we went out or not?" Like, sort of like insinuating, like, were you just sort of playing an angle so you could get that seat on the council? I think after that he was like, I'm leaving the Order. Like, he pulled in Ahsoka and was like, this is not good for me. This is not a right place. I can't be part of this. And so he left. I think it was that was the moment. But I think it was Qui-Gon's death that really sent him over to the dark side and listened more to Sidious and saying, they're corrupt. They're all corrupt. The Jedi Order's corrupt. We need to sort of clean everything up in a sense.
The way Sidious manipulated so many people to get to where he was, I feel like his ending as clone Sidious feels like, I don't know, it's just not worthy of I want to know more about how he's he's just a guy from Naboo. He's from the same planet. He's the same planet as Padme, and like he's just a masterful, I guess, I don't know, tactician with everything that he did. Not only was he powerful in the dark side of the Force, but to be able to do pull off what he did, it just doesn't seem like
What you're saying is you want a book called Sidious Rising.
Sidious Risen. Risen. He rose. Yeah, I guess the things that the plays that he made,
Sidious arose, Sidious aroused. That sounds wrong. Sounds wrong. It's just
not that
last one.
Arousing.
Nope.
Getting Maul as an apprentice, manipulating him. We definitely see more of Darth Maul's side.
I like that. And getting Maul. A Darth Sidious story.
Risen. And did he kill the brother? Did Palpatine kill Darth Maul's brother?
Savage.
Savage Opress.
Yeah.
It's just savage.
Yeah.
I love that it's like no, it's French. Savage. Oppress. Not.
I thought it was. Is it savage? Should be Merkin about
Savage. It's Savage.
Savage.
Savage. Oppress.
That's what I thought it was.
Sidious kissed by a rose.
That's what I was
Fred.
That's what I was laughing at.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yo, Fred, I just saw the photo. You met Ming-Na Wen, man. That's awesome.
Did he?
Yeah, he just posted it. Very jealous.
I've been here.
Fred. I've been here. Yeah, I think I want to see more of that manipulating Maul, the new sitcom starring.
Ooh, that's a good title.
Great part. And then also using Dooku and then Grievous and just building up the Separatists and all that. It's crazy.
Looking for this picture.
Let's see.
It's after watching that training episode with Ahsoka, or like I'm just sort of jumping all over the place. I don't know. You have these carefully curated screen caps.
Well, we already did that before.
Yeah. So. We did the clean version. This is the
clean version.
around.
Yeah, this is the messy version. Just like I needed to rewatch that final episode.
Yeah, I was saying I want to go back
right after, and it's chilling. It's actually like, because you see the moment of, you ready for this? They end that episode like that, but then rewatching that episode of Clone Wars, it's just like, oh my god, it's just so beautifully interwoven. It's seamless almost, and like to have that kind of backstory before they come in was like, I think that's a great treat as a fan to get something a little bit more in depth, because it's already such an emotionally charged episode of the Clone Wars, and to get that little extra bit, it's almost like the deleted scenes, right? Like they're trimmed for time, but we're gonna add them to you so for the fans you can watch these, and it just adds so much more to that episode, which is so strong to begin with.
I missed this on the first stream tonight, but thank you to the Son of Eagle on Twitch for resubbing. They've been subscribed for 9 months. Amazing. That is one baby.
That is one sub baby.
One sub baby. Thank you so much. and gave out a community gifted. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your support. The Son of Eagle over on Twitch. A lot of people in the chat. Alan Kenny, welcome back. He says, I left. I thought you guys were done. We love to talk. That's why it's important to hit the notification bell here on YouTube. You never know when we feel like there's more to say, but Paul's back and we're glad to have him here and hear his thoughts. Winner Lou says, am I suffering from deja vu? Exactly. Exactly. Fred says he convinced Ming-Na Wen to join the New Republic by impersonating Paul. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. And Euler said, it's almost like someone had a singular vision, the way this is all tied in together. Yeah, it's beautifully done. No, win or lose, we will not be doing a third stream with Ernie.
This is his last chance to show up.
Forever.
Forever.
This was it, Ernie. This was your last chance. This was like an audition. Bad Batch, Yoko said, starts in the beginning of the year, Paul. They announced Mando. They confirmed Mando is March 1st.
March 1st. March
23,
the 1st.
season 3. Yeah.
Stupid
So lousy Smarch weather. Yeah, we're excited for that. We're gonna do some Boba Squadroning for that.
Sweet.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be available?
I should be. Hopefully. I'll try. I'll try. It'd be
Wait,
like,
it's not live?
Yeah,
They don't film it every week.
I love this Inquisitor mask. Like, did anybody figure out who this dude was or who this dudette was?
So, if it's the same Inquisitor from the book, from the Ahsoka book, it would be the sixth brother. But from Ahsoka Rising, it would be the sixth brother. But they never confirm that in this episode.
Right.
Yoko was saying in that book.
From that book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a super condensed version of the book.
Right.
Plague Duck.
She just took him out so quickly.
Pleases and displeases me at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was badass. She just grabbed. I think I'll take that.
Yoink. So, like, okay.
And then he deflates.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then he deflates. Yeah, some of these.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Remember the Rebels episode with Maul and Kenobi, and how fast that fight was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because Maul tried that same cheap move.
Yeah, it's. I love that though. I love they're just so skilled that you don't need a full fight. Sometimes it feels like more of a statement than a huge battle too.
Because she says somewhere, when does she say it? Maybe it's not until Rebels, but somewhere along the way, Ahsoka says you don't need a weapon. You don't need weapons to fight or something.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't she say that? Or does Anakin say that? Someone says that somewhere.
Someone at some point in history.
Obi-Wan. Maybe it was Obi-Wan.
Vaguely odd and specific at the same, yes.
Maybe it was Obi-Wan.
Vague and specific at the same time. Somebody says
Speaking of Obi-Wan, these words, a million monkeys on a million typewriters. In a million
I think it was Obi-Wan that said it.
Would have written that line. No, part of this episode when she gets found out she's a Jedi, I like that, now that we've seen Kenobi, she's also denying, I'm not a Jedi. I don't know what you're talking about. You're mistaken. You shouldn't say things like this. It's dangerous. When the girl that he saved, I think, was like, Master Jedi. Not smooth at all.
Yeah. So subtle, right? Wink, wink. Jedi. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen a Jedi. That's
right?
all they need to do.
Ashla? She's like this, Ashla?
Right. Why didn't she just Jedi mind trick her? It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not a Jedi. It's like, no, you're not a Jedi. Of course you're not. It's like, you're going to forget everything you ever said,
Why are you waving your hand at me? Yoko
Right.
checking the focus on her camera. Yeah, it's a great series, and we're talking about we don't know if there's a season 2, if they explicitly outright said no, but if there was, the title allows for the backstory for more Jedi, not necessarily these two characters. And I think that this is filling in some gaps for these characters. And of course, we're getting Ahsoka, the show later on, so we'll get more of her story. It's just, do you ever have trouble placing events in the timeline? Because we're like getting some show here, and then this came out later, but it happens before that, and then just trying to place everything chronologically in your head.
A Cal Kestis episode would be great too for people who haven't played the game, just to give other people a little taste of
what, just Cal. Like him falling off of cliffs and drowning in poo water, getting kicked in the face.
That's a 1 minute episode. If Paul was Paul was helming that project. Oh, Dave Filoni goes to Paul's cave. Paul, how would you like to produce a Cal Kestis miniseries? And then Paul would be like, yes.
Like, sure.
What's the budget? Mm-hmm. It's one. And you show him like 2 minutes. He's like, what the hell is this?
It's a show, but nothing.
It's all close-ups of the second sister or the one that you have the hots for.
That's right. Yeah. Second sister.
Hey, what's up, Winger Lose? Welcome back. Fred says other tales of other Jedi would be rad. Tales of the Sith would be cool too. But there's more shows on the horizon. Is there High Republic? No, Acolyte. There's that other show with. Is it Jude Law
one? Yeah.
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Tales of the
Grammar Rodeo was the code name for it, which I love because it's a Simpsons reference. So.
Oh, is that when Bart took everyone? Was that
when they go on that road trip in the car and they say, "Yeah, we're going to Canada to the Grammar Rodeo," and so that was the excuse they gave. So I love that.
Do you remember which city it was? They rented a car with a fake ID, and then they flipped through the travel book, right?
Salt Lake City or something. I think it was Salt Lake City. Oh man, that's what it sounds like. And then they passed that kid. That car is full of Canadians. It's like, all right. I swear, if you guys see one more thing, well, I'll turn this car around and go back home. Smack. That's it. Back to Saskatchewan. I love that. Is this Saskatchewan or Winnipeg? I think it's back to Winnipeg. I think it's Winnipeg. I don't know. So what are you nerds out there? You know. I think it's back to Winnipeg.
Nerds calling others. The Sun Sphere in Knoxville. That's right. Thank you, Oilers. Another
no, that's where they were going. That's where they went to because that's where the World's Fair was. But in there, the Grammar Rodeo was in a different city, if I believe. Okay. If I remember correctly. So where was the Grammar Rodeo supposed to be?
Simpsons trivia. I know this is the episode where Bart goes to Hong Kong at the end because he's. Did we talk about it on here before? About him delivering
Bart goes to Hong Kong?
Yeah. It probably
is possible.
That's how unhinged tangents it would go. But yeah, there's a lot of content coming up. Bad Batch. We can. I don't know. Would Bad Batch overlap with Mando? If it starts.
Well, now that Mando's been pushed by a week, and then
if they do,
you've been before,
yeah, I did the maths. If it's 2 episodes a week, it would be done. But I don't know. They haven't said.
Would they do 2 a week though?
I don't know.
It's a lot of screenshots.
Well, it's just a lot of content to drop. Yeah. Because I know for Tales of the Jedi, they dropped all 6. Right there. Yeah. And that's to my knowledge, that's the first time they've done that with a Star Wars series, right? Unless Visions. Sorry, Visions.
Yeah. Just because they're they're so short.
All short?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll have more stuff to talk about.
Would they do an overlap?
2 a week seems weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they do the whole they'll do the first 4 episodes of Bad Batch one night, and then they dole it out 1 episode at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Because last year that's what they didn't do, but for season 1, it was 1 episode a week, right?
Yeah,
and we did that for 16 weeks. Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it might have been a 2-episode premiere. I can't remember. It was like an hour-long premiere episode, I think.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it's
a
long first episode. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if they overlap those shows.
We'll abandon Bad Batch if it overlaps with Mando. Or do I need screenshots for all of those?
And that's future us problem. That's a future us problem to figure out.
Future me problem. What do you mean future us?
Kevin problem.
You're going to get screenshots?
I'll get you a
That's a 2023 Kevin problem.
That's a 23 DK problem.
You're going to get DK to do them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better give him a raise.
Paul, what have you got going on this
double?
Month?
Oh my God.
Double? What's double of nothing?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Give him
Nothing.
triple then. Triple nothing, still nothing. This month is all about. I mean, I'm in my kitchen, our new house. We've moved in, so it's unpacking and getting this place ready and like getting ready for the holidays. Like my parents haven't been over here to see the new house. Anna's parents haven't been over yet, so we want to get it done up nice enough so that we can invite people over and stuff. So it's all the most of the heavy lifting's been done. Now it's just like fine tuning everything, little repairs in the walls, repaint, and cleaning. That's the big one. And then outside of massive renovations to the basement, we're in pretty good shape. Oh, thanks.
Clean that old food out of the oven.
Yeah, it was funny too because so we took the food out of the oven. When we moved in, they left food in the oven. And there was an oven rack missing. And the oven is so dirty. We had to hire somebody to professionally clean it. It took them 4 hours to clean it. That's how bad it was. Yeah. And we had to figure out how to get the self-clean thing to work for the oven. And that's when we noticed one of the racks was missing. We found the rack. Do you know where it was? Guess where it was? Guess where that oven rack was?
Bedroom.
It was in the backyard.
In the backyard?
It was in the backyard under a bunch of wood and stuff. Like they've got like bushes and stuff, and I guess they were trying to clean it at one point. And so there's a pile of sticks and branches that they had collected, and it was under there. Anna found it while we were cleaning up their mess. It's like, oh, look what I found. Goodness. And it was the oven rack, because that's where you keep it, right?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The dog poo on the deck was even more fun. So they had 3 dogs, and they have a very large backyard with a deck. And apparently they just let their dogs poop on the deck and didn't pick up after them. And it snowed, and we didn't know that there was poo all over the deck. And so we're moving stuff in, and we're like, where is this coming from? Right? And so like we're looking, it's like, oh my God, it's on the. So we start shoveling, and it's not like one piece of poo,
shoveling
2
shit.
pieces. There was shit all over the deck. It was
my God.
It's like the grass is one thing. Like I get it. It's like it's the grass. That's your deck. That's wood. Like you're supposed to keep that clean. Like I don't know, stuff
terrible.
like that. So it's just like, nah. So that's kind of like what we've been dealing with. But it's our house now. And we're making it ours, and we're cleaning it up, and we're fixing all the repairs and making it safe so we don't get electrocuted, because the handyman that they had hired didn't know what he was doing. And lots of electrical stuff that was wrong and unsafe. Live wires being left.
I hope you got a good price.
I know. How are they living there? Gosh.
We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. No.
Oh, man. Well, hopefully you can get everything done soon and enjoy the holidays with your families and invite people over.
And a tree.
How about you guys? What do you? The tree. Yeah. Well, here's the lovely thing is, when we moved, we threw out all like our Christmas lights, our tree stuff. We'd had them for years, and they were showing signs of age. So it was like, new house, new decorations. So that's one of the things we're going to do. We're going to go out as a family. We're going to get a new tree. Oh, nice. We usually get an artificial tree. So we're going to get a new tree, new lights. We're going to decorate everything. We're going to really make this our home.
That'll be fun.
And one of the cool things is, it's interesting. We don't miss the old home. You know, it'd be one thing if it's like, you're like, oh my God, I miss our old house, and why did we move here? It's like, this place needs a lot of work, but it's our place, and we kind of love it, you know, because we're making it our own, and that's the fun part, you know. And you know, cleaning and stuff, it's stuff that we would have had to have done anyways. It just would have been a lot nicer if we'd been able to do, well, the house was empty, and we didn't have to move all of our stuff into a dirty house, basically. So you know, first world problems, but you know,
and ideally with less shit involved.
Yes. 100% less shit would have been nice, but
even 90%. Settle for 90% less shit. Little shit. 10% is acceptable.
So that, hey, it's a clean deck now, totally clean. We made sure every inch of that was clean. Oh, and then earlier today, some of the really cool things is our neighbors, they have a bird feeder out. And we've seen woodpeckers, cardinals, blue jays. It's been really, really beautiful. Red finches. And just this afternoon, there was a falcon sitting on our deck. A falcon. There's a couple of them that actually roost in the neighborhood. And this one was like, I took a picture with my iPhone, but there was a falcon in our backyard. He flew, like he was just perched right there at the edge of the deck on the railing. Then he went down onto the grass, and then he flushed out a bunch of birds from the bushes and chased them off.
Was he looking for your grill?
Looking for your dog?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where's my house?
But
Falcons love
that was
Dooku.
really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for. We were off from Andor for a week, and I'm like, I feel something feels empty. I'm missing something, and then now I'm glad we got to do this and talk about Tales of the Jedi. If we want to hang out next Saturday, or if we have time, we can always come back and talk some silliness. What do you think, Paul?
Next Saturday?
Okay, we'll see.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Not next Saturday.
All right, we'll scrap that. Or Yoko and I will stream.
No, I'm out. I'm gone next week too, remember?
Oh, that's right. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
If you
before we move on,
and Ernie's cut.
I just want to. Yeah, Ernie who? Before we move on, I just want to point out how dope I think your sweater looks, Yoko.
Thank you.
That's an amazing Christmas Ahsoka sweater, and your pendant.
It's not even a Christmas one; it's just a regular sweater. But
oh gosh,
but look at this.
There you go. Oh, a little bow. Oh, did you have? Who made that? That's awesome.
I had it made from an Etsy shop.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, just customized it.
So your sweater, it looks so Christmassy with the Ahsoka.
It does kind of,
like
but it's not.
Right? Like it's and like the stripes. And then Kevin, of course, that's an awesome Christmas sweater. That's great. I just want to point out how awesome you guys look. And yeah, no. Yeah, I miss hanging out with you guys too. It's like all those memes of like, people like it's Wednesday and there's no new Andor, and all the people just sort of. I love those memes. That's how I felt. It's like, oh, something's missing. So that's the thing. They've replaced it with
Enjoy it though, because we're about to get Bad Batch and Mando.
That's right.
We were talking about how Kevin and I have not seen Willow, Paul.
No, what you weren't supposed to mention that.
I wasn't supposed to. Oops.
See? Now you've done it.
Check out Willow. Oh. It's fun. It's a fun movie. One of Ron Howard's earlier movies as well. Young Val Kilmer, Joanne Whaley, they're great. Had a huge crush on her. She played Sorsha in that, and of course, you have Warwick Davies as Willow Ufgood. It was a fun movie. It's a fun movie. Lots of swashbuckling. I watched the first episode of Willow, and I'm kind of like, nah. First episodes are hard. I get it because you're laying down the world, like you're laying down pipe, and I get it. But there was something a bit. I didn't dislike it, but something just felt a little bit off for me on that. And I think maybe sometimes it's some of the language that they use, the colloquialisms. They seemed a little bit too contemporary, and it just seemed a bit out of place. Like she goes, "Mom," it's like okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like things like that.
Did they have bricks and screws?
In underwear?
Yes, and their teeth were too clean.
Oh.
I've heard that before. It's like, it's like, oh, this took me out. Like a buddy of mine was watching. It was Saving Private Ryan. Matt Damon's teeth were so bright and white. It was just like it took me out of it. I was like, wow, okay. So, yeah, right? Joanne Whaley, man.
I guess
it's fight.
It's kind of like you
Ride
seeing
horses.
Andor's shaving as a bearded person. You're like, that doesn't look good. So
He used the knife. That's the thing. He used the like. If you're shaving with a blade, you're getting down to the skin. But he had so much stubble. I thought that's
no. My favorite insight was you talking about the mask.
yeah,
Like you could tell he had been wearing a mask over his beard.
Yes,
like hat head.
Yeah,
his beard.
I don't know what you want to.
You have the line. You can see
mask beard.
Hey, yes. Yeah, it's like hat head
This
for
is
your
the
beard.
stuff. This is the stuff that doesn't translate into audio because you need that image. Sorry, podcast requesters. Beard analysis and shaving techniques. All right. I don't know what else we got going on. I have no Star Wars toys coming in that I know of, and it's going to be a huge end of the year of toys coming in.
You notice there's a lot of stuff coming out. I mean, it's the holiday rush, right? But there's a lot of stuff flooding the market right now in terms of figures and stuff. And it's just like
I think it's like that pre-Chinese New Year rush, like getting stuff out
before February?
Chinese New Year. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of stuff the next month or so. And then yeah.
Because they don't ship for a whole month?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It's a party. For my peoples.
I hope the Mando Ahsoka hot toy comes out before then.
Mando Ahsoka. Oh, okay. I saw a cool picture today.
Yeah.
It said well, it was originally supposed to be by now, and now it says like December to April or something. Who knows?
Yeep. Because my Axe Woves just shipped from Sideshow.
Yeah.
Screws bricks.
Axe Woves just shipped. Bo-Katan shipping too.
Bo-Katan, yeah. Bo-Katan.
Your 6 of them are coming.
I know. Right?
Your 6 Bo-Katans.
My 6 Bo-Katans. Damn it! It's only
better
4.
start planning that giveaway.
I got it down to 2. I think there's only. Okay. I hope. Yeah, there's only 2 coming. And I only pre-ordered her 4 times, not 6. 4.
That was the one that you were like click, 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 right? By accident.
Oh
like
no, that was the other one for Sideshow. That was the. Yeah, it's funny because every time I log into Sideshow to see what they have, like these are your canceled orders. It's like, oh yeah, that's my shame. Because it was like the C-3PO, the Geonosis C-3PO, the battle droid, like all the ones that sort of got dropped at the same time. It's like click, 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 click. Why isn't this working? It's like, oh no.
Oh, Paul. Oilers Workshop is he does a lot of Hot Toys reviews too, and he's a really good diorama maker. So you should check out his channel and check out his IG. He's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Will do. Is it the same username?
Yeah, it's Oilers Workshop everywhere.
All right. Awesome. I'm gonna do that right now.
Oilers Workshop Rising.
Oh, look. This is the first image that comes out.
Yeah. It's young Carson Teva.
And my mom.
Universes are the multiverse is wild. All right. Is there anything else? I think it was nice to
there we go.
Hop back on.
Jordan followed you.
There it is.
Fellow, and you have a YouTube channel too. Okay, I'll follow that too.
Yeah, go check out his dios. They're incredible.
Yeah.
And this stream is, a reason why that you should be turning on the notifications for the channel. For new restreams.
The after party.
What's up, Richie? Good to see you. What's going on in the background there, Paul? Oh, a battle.
Yeah, Miles. So here's the thing: we set up the other TV in Noah's room. So now, and we hooked up the Xbox, so now they're playing they're playing GTA Online together. So when they
Nice.
do, they get loud. It's like no. The outrage. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Are you
I'm so glad.
itching to get your own room set up then?
Yeah. It was supposed to be painted last week, but for various reasons they kept getting pushed, and now like this week it's going to get, because we're getting tired of living out of boxes in our room. Like, we're not unpacking our stuff because it's going to get painted, right? So we're keeping it sort of in boxes, and then once it's done, then we can unpack and really just sort of make the room our own. So that's been a big thing. But most of the boxes are out, which is nice. And then we realized we have a bunch of stuff in storage still that we need to bring back, because we put a bunch of stuff in storage when we were staging our old house to make it look like it was way more spacious. But
bring all the feces over, the dog poo from the back.
That's great. No, we're saving it for you, Kevin.
Oh, lovely.
Saving it for you. There you go. Merry Christmas and Happy Lunar New Year. What's that? Oh, it's a surprise.
What is this frozen? Why is it? It shows up in coolers. An ice pack. What's up, Paul Morales? Thanks for tuning in. We're just doing an after show of the show recap show. Now that Paul's available and just hanging out for a little bit, little extra content. But we want to catch up with our friends here, right?
Yeah, I wanted to hear Paul's thoughts.
Paul, did you want to know more about Dooku going into the show, the series?
No, I mean, again, it's kind of like, at the beginning when Andor got announced, and a lot of people were like, why would they make a series about Andor, right? And with Dooku, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be interesting. I was more interested in the Ahsoka storylines initially, but then that first episode with Dooku was very compelling. I thought, oh, they're going to go a little bit deeper with this, and I kind of like that, right? And I didn't think it was one that I necessarily needed, but in the end, it was like very, very happy to have been along for the ride, and it just added to the richness of the storytelling, right? So it fleshed out a character that could have been easily overlooked and just sort of written off as just, he's just a fallen Jedi who nobody cares, just served that one little purpose. And now to get deeper insight into why he became the way he was, I thought was really cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm. So we got Kenobi, Boba Fett, Andor, and Tales. Did we get Visions this year too, or was that last year? That was last year.
Last year.
Visions was this year. Was it?
Was it?
I thought it was like last August.
The sentence wasn't even done.
No, that was like a year ago.
Was it a year? Has it been a year already?
It might be.
God.
Yeah, September 2021.
Paul's sentence started off very confidently. It was like,
I know. I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Visions was this year, wasn't it? No, sorry. Visions was this year, wasn't it? It changed very. Yeah. Oh, Carl, 21. There you go.
I just said
21.
That.
Yeah.
September 21.
Chat be delayed.
Did you guys see the Studio Ghibli little short that they did?
Oh, the Grogu?
Yeah, it was like a screensaver.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Like, it was cute. I wanted more.
Well, I think that's they're collaborating, right? So that was just a little.
Was that just a teaser?
Just a little
Is there gonna be more?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so. I mean, Filoni was in Japan last month. I saw like somebody he went and visited an animator there, and like because the guy tweeted about it, and they went to all these different places. So not so secret an after show, just an afterthought after show, maybe. Legendary poser.
Yes. Yeah. Unannounced.
I logged it. Yeah, I got home. I rushed home. Got home, and I thought that they would still be chatting about. And it was like, oh no! Yeah. I saw the Discord message from Yoko saying, "We were so efficient without you two."
He was like, "Oh hell no, I'm gonna drag this out."
Not on my watch. All right, let's go. We're gonna talk about nothing for 3 hours. Here we go.
Oh my
God. Yeah, but of that content that came out, I think we had a pretty great year as fans, right? Some things for some fans and some things for others, and some things for Ernie. And I think overall, like the fact that we got together so often to talk about something that we love so much, so invested in Star Wars. It's great to be a Star Wars fan, and this is possibly the last Boba stream of the year. Who knows? But if it is, thank you, Yoko, Paul, maybe Ernie. Yeah, Ernie. Thank you, Ernie. Oh, here we go. The bots are here.
18 site. There you go. Find love on the best dating site.
No, Paul, don't read it. All right. We're good. Yoko's got it. You got it?
Yeah.
I got it. Thank you, Yoko. But yeah,
you guys are clicking on the links. Stop! Don't.
No, but they asked me for my pin. They asked me for my pin.
Oh God, no.
Paul, do you have a favorite Star Wars thing that came out this year?
Andor,
or two, top two? Andor, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was just like epic in terms of like just different storytelling. I think a lot of people who maligned it at the beginning ended up really getting won over by it near the end. It was just so different, and that's what I really loved about it too. Book of Boba Fett was fun. I think it was fun. More content. Again, more backstory on these characters. It made me excited for Mando season 3, and just in terms of that universe building, I really liked how they're just sort of they're doing their own sort of like Star Wars. They're doing their own MCU basically. So I like that idea, the whole, because it is such a vast universe or galaxy, right? I love this interconnectivity and the crossovers of the characters, because it's really hard to plan that shit out, and I think they're doing a really good job of it. And then Tales of the Jedi, I really, really enjoyed, more than I knew I would. I thought I would enjoy it, but I enjoyed it even more. So it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, you kind of like, oh, cool. It's more Filoni like animated stuff.
Yeah,
and you're like, cool. I'm getting more. This is great. And then it's like, oh, this is what we're doing with Dooku. Okay, now we're here.
Yeah, there's always there's a surprising amount of depth to the animated stuff, and I don't know why I keep doing this. Right? It's like, oh, it's animated, so it'll be fun. We'll watch it and stuff, and you just keep forgetting that it is so rich.
I'm like crying.
Deep. Yeah, it's like, holy crap, it's so emotional. It's like, yes, okay. And it's like we do the, as Yoko coined, Filoni. You're just sort of screaming like, damn it, my face is going again. Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
And on that note, watch Rebels. I hadn't said it yet today. Go watch Rebels.
Yoko, do you have a favorite?
I think specifically that Book of Boba Fett episode 5.
Oh,
is
yeah,
that the episode?
Yeah. With the starfighter Pelimoto.
No, with Ahsoka and Luke and Paul
and Grogu.
Yeah, I think that was episode 5. That was with the starfighter.
Oh, yeah. That episode was the biggest gift, I think, for us this year. But Andor was okay.
Oh,
no,
true.
I liked it.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just trolling. Yeah.
Yoko was turning up the troll meter tonight. I don't know. She felt like it was missing.
Yeah.
Or something.
Dooku, boring. Mace Windu, garbage. Yeah.
She said my two most cared about Jedi. At least cared about Jedi.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to see the replay.
Oh, you're gonna watch it?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta edit some stuff first.
How else will I know if you're trashing me or not?
We would never. Well, no, we might.
With that being said, we might have. Just be prepared.
That's
Be
fair.
prepared.
If you're not there, that's fair.
Oh, it's fair to talk shit behind your back.
No, it'll be on the replay. I'll watch it. If I said I'm going to show up and I don't show up, you have to expect an amount of shit talking. So that's
Okay.
fair.
That's fair. It's very noble of you.
I don't think it's noble. I think it's just fair.
It's very gracious, right? That was the theme at the beginning.
Gracious. Graciousness.
Don't.
Yeah, so anything else for tonight? I got this was a nice to hang out for a little bit, but
yeah,
I think it's time to call it. Thank you for the 30 people who showed up to
huzzah, look at that. 30 people.
For secret stream?
Secret stream.
For secret last minute post party stream that took an hour. We've been on for an hour. Look at
That just goes to show we can talk for hours about anything.
If you need filibustering, we're your group.
Toying around.
The Boba Squadron.
Or the Boba
filibustering since 2020.
Is it 2020? Oh my god.
We started in 2020, didn't we?
21.
No, we started 2020, didn't we?
Did we?
Bad batch. Oh my god.
I thought that was 21. January 21.
Was it? I don't remember anymore.
21. Hey, Sam Rock, thank you.
Or was that
man?
I don't know.
Is this what after
Or
shows are supposed to be? Just like
what
talking.
is time?
Well, they're usually a lot more
time?
blue as well. A little swearier.
We're too sober.
Yeah,
you're too sober. Oh.
True enough. I had to try back.
One of these days we'll do our drinking game, Boba Squadron drinking game.
But
all four of us.
Honestly, yes. I watch the clicks roll in.
Maybe we
Super
can
chat.
squeeze that in by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Super chats rule everything around me. Scream.
Yeah.
You
Scream.
can super chat for soju. Yeah, we had a lot on Thursday. We had a decent amount on Thursday of soju.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't watch or do a lot of after shows. I'm cool to like just hang out. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, more swearing from Paul and more soju sponsorships for me. No. That's it. But there's no more Star Wars content this year. We're going to rewatch stuff and we will definitely be back for Bad Batch season 1. Yoko, are you prepared to do double
Season
outros
2?
tonight?
Season
2. My brain's already gone.
Too much
it's like Friday.
That's your
Like
problem.
Fridays at work. Like my brain's not here. I may be physically visible at my desk, but my brain's gone. But Yoko, do you have 2 outros?
We want outro again?
Paul, do you got anything to plug?
God, no. I'm just trying to think. No.
Mando season 3.
Yeah, sure. You don't need me to plug it, but sure. Mandalorian season 3. No, there's no secret anymore. I'm in it. I'll be in episode. I don't know which episode. I'll be in a few episodes.
Oh, you almost told us a secret.
3. Almost, but not quite. Shit. Fuck. Just fucking watch it. March 1st, 2023. I'm in it. Captain Carson Teva. Lucasfilm, they're going to watch this, and I'm going to get in so much shit.
Midnight 30.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It'll be returning midnight 30.
Yeah.
For me, it'll be the 3 o'clock 30. So I won't be able to make it. But,
Stop making up these terms that are so awkward
3
to
o'clock
say.
30. 3 a.m. 30. Yeah, so check that out. That's nice. And, of course, Avatar The Last Airbender, which will be premiering. You heard this first. Sometime in the next, 500 days. I don't know.
Did we just get the exclusive scoop?
What a scoop.
No, I have no idea. They'll turn it into anything, right? Like I said, this is a show that costs hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like, we talked about this. Confirmed. Actor Paul Sun-Hyung Lee says Avatar The Last Airbender cost $100 million. It's like, no, it's a term of phrase. Like, come on.
500 days. They're on
Right.
$4.99. They're like, oh, God,
Right.
we got to get this thing done or else the big beads of sweat. Paul said this.
No, that's after the Mandalorian season 3. That's the next big thing that I'm a part of. And yeah, they say sometime in 2023. Bank on it being later on in 2023 because from what I'm hearing, there's a ton of VFX. that needs to be done. So that takes time. Oh, and I heard somewhere that they're using like a super wide aspect ratio. Now I don't know, I can't confirm this, but somebody is I think Avatar News, they were able to look it up on IMDb and see that the aspect ratio is like 200 or 2.0 or something like that, like super wide, which is different from the aspect ratios on a lot of widescreen TVs. So it's going to have a really epic cinematic feel to it, apparently. So there's that. That's right. And I've got zippers too. Zippers and Velcro. Oh yeah.
You lift up your hands and they're just all burned. They're like, I've been practicing. I tried so hard.
Right.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's it. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Mandalorian season 3. And of course, once I get rolling again, my own YouTube channel, which has been laying dormant for a little bit because of the move, but I do Fun Boxing Sundays. That's on Sunday nights where I unbox a pretty cool geeky collectible. I do a half-ass review. We chat about it mostly. And we have a drinking game, which is lots of fun. So join us whenever we get back to that, which hopefully I think it'll start in the new year for sure, because I need to get back. I need to get back doing that because I miss it. So.
And once he's back, you are guaranteed lots of content, because while he may not have been streaming, the toys didn't stop.
He's still been buying.
Oh, right? Yeah, still been buying. That's right. There's
and receiving gifts, right? Receiving gifts.
Yes, receiving gifts for myself.
It's a gift, baby.
Yeah, it's a gift. It's a gift. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So fine.
It's like, Paul, it's like, did you get more toys? Hey, do you see all that shit in the backyard? And then run away. Oh, look, a falcon. Yeah. Where? Yoko, do you need to replug what you're doing? Yeah, in case people didn't watch stream 1.
Yeah, okay. I stream most Tuesdays on Twitch, Live in La Vida Yoko, and you can find me on Instagram, Yoko McKeon. And that's all I got.
Yeah, all my social links, all of our links are not in the video description of this one because I didn't set it up yet. But Unboxing Thursdays will be every Thursday continuing this month. December 29th, we will have a channel members only draw for this Marvel Legends retro carded animated series Spider-Man, and possibly other prizes. If you're a channel member, it's like a little year-end thank you, and you can have a chance to win prizes there. And I'm gonna send out an invite to people who want to come on and unbox for a little bit. And between streams, catch me on Instagram and over on the Discord. And apart from that, thank you, Yoko and Paul, for an awesome year of A, friendship, and B, what do you laugh? Fine.
Because the first thing you said to me was, "Are we friends?"
Yeah, that was last episode.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I realized through the magic of Christmas, we're friends.
Oh my
god. And friendship and streaming and just a bunch of great, fantastic memories. Thank you. That's it. Oh, that's it. We're good.
Wow.
We're good. I was expecting you guys to say something nice back, but that was obviously too much.
I was waiting for you to finish because you were kind of rambling on a little bit.
I'd be rambling. That's okay.
You're just sort of going, and it's like, is he going to end? Because I'd like to. Yeah. And then you're like, and that's it. Done. You guys, he should have said something. It's like you gave us a microsecond of a pause.
I was rambling because I was. Okay, I'm done. Scene.
Oh, see, I'm still laughing because I tried while you were holding out that Spider-Man action figure. I was trying to look around.
Is that what you were doing?
So I started laughing because, like, oh god, because I was trying to look on the back of it. Fucking idiot! Oh my god.
I was reading the chat. I'm like, what's so funny? Avatar 3, The Last Airbender. I'm like, that. I mean, that's. No. What did you want to see, Paul? I got.
What
do you want to see?
You had it turned around, and I was just trying to look at it from a different angle to see. Like, yeah, it's just
because of the reflection.
No, it wasn't. I just wanted to see this don't know, man. I was like, oh, I did it again. I'm trying to look at it from a different. Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.
Those birds who are confused by mirrors. It's like there's a whole other room in there.
No, wasn't that? I got a bad habit of doing that. Yeah, it's like we got under. Like if I do this, I can look further down on your shelf, right? Like beneath the screen. It's like no, it doesn't.
That might be my favorite clip of all time. It really set the tone. That was the first episode of the podcast, wasn't it?
Yes.
I was talking about how to edit
because we were trying to figure it out. It's like, what do you have?
Is that a? You have a, and then you have a Windows or Mac?
It's a Mac, and I'm like, I can't see it from here.
I'm so glad I called you out on that. It made for the best video. Like my favorite. I can watch it over and over, and it gets me every time. Every time.
Nice.
All right. My awkward speech is done.
Great.
And
I too have enjoyed our friendship over the last 2 years. As you dug some more cough syrup. Is it cough syrup though? Yoko, I don't think that's Buckley's in there. I think it's just straight up wheat. Yeah, the bottle says Buckley's.
Yeah, it says it claims to be Buckley's.
I think you have something else in there.
It's whiskey.
I think so. A little bit of whiskey. And not like, single malt or, just like that really sad triple blend of battery acid.
Why don't you lean closer and take a look inside the bottle?
Smell it. Oh, no. Yeah.
You see it from that angle?
All right. So he's drinking the Devil's Cum right now. But I just wanted to say that's what we call Buckley's Devil's Cum. But I want to say as well, like I've really grown to love doing these streams with all of you. Yes, even Ernie. But you guys are so smart. And I just love hearing your perspectives on things. And I've learned lots as well. Yes, I'm talking about you too, Yoko.
I thought we were dumbasses.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you kind of are, but especially you. No, but I like the dumbass thing. It's a term of endearment, and yeah. Anyway, but I just wanted to say I've enjoyed these immensely, and when we don't do them, I miss them. And that's great. So I wanted to reiterate and just confirm your feelings and saying, yeah, we're friends, and I really enjoy this as well. So thank you. And thanks for doing all the hard work of putting us all together and editing it and getting the half-ass screenshots. And I don't know. Sometimes I think your selections are a little bit weird, but I will talk about that later.
Well, we'll talk about it in my year-end review.
In my review, because you're paying me, right?
You're the only
as the only paid member of the Boba Squadron.
I love that. That's a joke now. Yoko, did you want to do another outro?
Yeah. Sure, we'll do that. Love you guys too.
Whoa, you said something nice. It didn't sound Trandoshan at all.
I'll just let that live on its own before I ruin it. All right, thanks everybody for coming back to the surprise secret stream with Paul. And Lucy's trying to climb in my lap right now, distracting me. Be sure to hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this special episode and want to see more. We'll be back before the end of the year with the drinking game episode of Boba Squadron, confirmed right now. So gear up for that. Get your soju ready. And we'll see you with fresh Star Wars content in 2023.
I almost said 21.
We're going back in time, baby.
That's a different stream. Cool. Yoko, nailed it. Better than episode the first.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for retuning back in and retuning. Turn on notifications so you don't re-miss it the next time. Have a good evening. Paul, Yoko, thank you so much. Peace.
Peace.